The view is behind closed doors. At last put a finger in front of me and shouted, "I've accomplished more for casualties than you at any point will." Then, at that point, I told her about scarcely any decision words like can't rehash both television and provide me with the admiration of watching me while I'm doing my thing or don't come. Perhaps I need to play it once more. Indeed, it doesn't mean you. What does it without anyone's help? Turn on the TV, young lady. Where are you going? Where are you going? I'm leaving you. All. Pretty much it. It's about great qualities. This nation defending yourself and your local area. The conversation was about how I had an outlook on that. Individuals were extremely irate and they said, no, we hang on to your caps since it seems as though Whoopi Goldberg is working up a tempest over at The View once more. The word on the superstar grapevine is that her coeds are just pretty much ready to feign exacerbation into the following week as a result of her tricks. Might you at any point trust it? Presently, here's the kicker. It seems like our young lady, Whoopi, is in full harm control mode. That's right, you heard it right. She's been producing expressions of remorse left and right, similar to she's on a recovery visit or something like that. On spring 15th, she was sorry for the language she utilized on The View. The mediator released the statement of regret in a video shared on The View's Twitter account after she examined Donald Trump's deficiency of the 2020 official political race on air, referencing individuals who actually accept that he got, gypped some way or another in the political race. The word utilized is thought of as overly critical toward individuals of Romani legacy. When you're a specific age, you use words that you know from when you're a youngster or you said, and that is the thing I did today. What's more, I shouldn't have. I ought to have pondered it somewhat longer before I said it, however I didn't. Also, I ought to have said cheated. Also, I utilized another word. Also, I'm super heartbroken, Goldberg said in her video expression of remorse. Returning to December last year, she additionally released a statement of regret for her profoundly hostile remarks about the Holocaust. I was gotten some information about my remarks from recently. I attempted to pass on to the columnist what I had said and why and endeavored to relate that time. It was never my expectation to show up as though I was multiplying down on pernicious remarks, she said, adding that she has conversed with individuals, including rabbis, about her unique remarks. Goldberg initially offered the public expressions on an episode of The View around 10 months prior, saying at the time that the Holocaust isn't about race yet rather savagery to man. She later apologized and was suspended from the show for a considerable length of time for her remarks. Nonetheless, Whoopi is busy once more, and this time her statements of regret probably won't get the job done. Truth be told, fans are saying that her co-hosts ought to get her removed from the show as a result of all the negative consideration she is bringing. In any case, in her most recent venture, Whoopi brought the pain on Jason Aldean's most recent music video. The moderator shared her contemplations on The View and let it all out. She scrutinized the utilization of symbolism from the People of Color Matter development in the video, contending that the dissenters were only paying special attention to their local area and dealing with one another despite what they saw as unfairness. You simply need to understand that when you make it about People of Color Matter, individuals sort of say, "Indeed, are you? Is it safe to say that you are?" Obviously, Whoopi couldn't resist the urge to call attention to that raising People of Color Matter could bring up issues and worries about the video's message. She then proceeded to get down on Jason and the authors for their creative decisions, demanding that never happen to Jason or the authors, that is what these people on the other hand. Jason rushed to answer Whoopi's claims in a strong presentation of fortitude and strength. Aldean tended to the debate head-on during one of his shows. He talked energetically about the genuine significance of attempt that in a modest community and the purposes for picking the town hall area. Aldean attested that the tune is tied in with supporting one another and facing brutality and annihilation, paying little mind to race or identity. He likewise communicated his mistake with the twofold guidelines pervasive in the music business, where melodies advancing savagery, drug use and debasement of ladies are commended and compensated, while a tune praising solidarity and local area is gone after and distorted. He tweeted that I have been blamed for delivering an expert lynching tune, a melody that has been out since May and was dependent upon the correlation that I direct statement was not excessively satisfied with the cross-country BLM fights. These references are meritless, however risky. There is definitely not a solitary verse in the tune that references race or focuses to it, and there is certainly not a solitary video cut that isn't genuine news film. And keeping in mind that I can attempt to regard others to have their own understanding of a tune with music, this one goes excessively far. In the meantime, Whoopi Goldberg's sincere comments on Jason Aldean's disputable music video have likewise ignited a rapidly spreading fire of responses from fans too. While certain fans value her viewpoint, there are the people who are not keeping down their failure and in any event, naming her a sellout for her assertions. These negative remarks blame Whoopi and the whole show also of giving and taking her standards to safeguard the video's symbolism. It's time someone faces these self-named uprightness signalers. Their perspectives are not righteous. They are oblivious. Try not to attempt to make up Whoopi. It won't work this time, one fan remarked. A subsequent fan added, I figure these ladies, The View and the organization ought to be sued. There is a scarcely discernible difference between the right to speak freely of discourse and criticism, maligning. You perceive how Whoopi is achieving pessimistic sentiments from enthusiasts of the show. What's more, try to keep your hat on, this is only a glimpse of something larger. In the new weeks, she has caused such a lot of harm to the standing of The View. So last week, Ms. Whoopi had a significant explode that left everybody's jaws on the floor. Picture this: the subject of conversation was about couples attempting to get playful while holiday. In any case, gracious, my stars, did things take a wild turn? Our young lady, Alyssa Farah Griffin, who's a sporty 34, shared some sassy details about couples getting playful in broad daylight places. In any case, clutch your hairpieces on the grounds that Whoopi. Goodness, sweetheart, Whoopi chose to take it to an unheard of level. She began sharing a greater number of subtleties than anybody could deal with, happening about poolside capers and water obstruction. That's right, you heard that right. Euphoria Behar, who's actually kicking at 80, couldn't avoid searching for much more succulent deets. Furthermore, Whoopi, indeed, she didn't keep down plunging into the quick and dirty, all things considered, in any case, sit tight for it. The show's maker, Brian Tata, attempted to stir things up around town and Whoopi was having none of it. She was like, hold up, you advised me to get into it. Also, presently you need to close me down. The show was out of this world, yet that is not all. We must have something to snicker at. Oof. Regardless, murmurs in the air say that the overseers of The View are essentially all worked up. Will they let Whoopi go and attempt to rescue the destruction, or will they keep her ready in chance? At any rate, that is all there is to it for this video, people. Bye.